in order.
EA Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, proudly presents the third leg of the FedEx Cup playoffs. Today, it's live second-round coverage of the Orlando Classic. Welcome to the King's Palace, Arnold Palmer's Bay Hill Club and Lodge, Frank, right in the heart of Orlando, Florida.
Yeah, for so long it has been the showcase for Florida golf. Of course, the King's Palace, and it has produced many a great champion over the years.
Get that feeling in the pit of your stomach, Frank. Start of a round at a great golf course like Bay Hill. 461-yard opening par 4. What does it take here?
Nice little draw off the tee. If you're a little fearful, the out of bounds on the left where the practice fairway often comes into play.
Just a great pass at the golf ball. 310 yards and in the fairway. Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
That should be pretty good right there. On the safe side. Put a birdie on the card here yesterday, don't forget. Birdie try again here today.
A great start.
Back to the action here at the second and a par 3. Frank, it's 231 yards. What are we looking at?
Well, somehow if you can hit it sky high, that's the best shot to hit in there. This green sometimes gets brick hard, and of course it all slopes to the left.
Just an incredible shot. That is a very makeable putt after a great approach. Well played. Frank, this would be a nice way to jumpstart the round.
Yeah, his momentum can quickly go in the right direction if he makes this.
That drops for another birdie. 2 in a row to start the round. Frank, now to the third hole here at Bay Hill. If you have a case of the snap hooks, you're in some serious trouble here.
You're going to run out of golf balls here as well, but a good tee shot's going to leave you something like 150, 160 yards into a very narrow green.
That's in the fairway. To where the hole is cut, just about 190 yards, Frank. Stuck the follow through right there. This could be really good. I mean, really on top of his game right now. That was a splendid approach shot. These putts keep the round together. Oh, man.
I just pushed it.
Boy, that hurts. This from 7 feet. Good par. Rich Lerner alongside Frank Nobilo back at the fourth. It's the first par 5 on the golf course, Frank.
The litmus test is that first bunker on the left side. If you can get it past that, you've hit it over 330 yards.
Pretty good drive here.
Another straight one.
Frank, one of our colleagues at Golf Channel, Brian Hammond's always liked to say, keep it in the short grass. It is nice to play from the fairway.
The game's so much easier from the fairway. Less decisions to be made. You don't have to worry about a flyer or the lip in front of the bunker or a tree. The game almost appears straightforward from there.
He'll be pleased with that. The approach shot is about 12 feet away. And getting ready for the putt. Frank, this is the kind of start every player wants.
They're swinging it well. Certainly hit the ball in the right place there, and good thing too, he's actually putting well.
Frank, now to the fifth. What's the strategy here at this shorter par four?
Well, if you want to flex your muscles, Rich, take it over that left bunker. With a little trailing breeze, you might even get close to the green.
Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
On the green, and looking at a birdie opportunity. It's a big putt right here for birdie. Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. Frank, the par 5-6, this is the signature hole here at Bay Hill.
You've got to really pick a line here, Rich. There's a big pine tree down there. On that line, 260 yards gets it to the fairway.
How important, Frank, is the line off of this tee? Because if you hit it well, but you hit it a little too far left, you're probably going to be wet.
You've got to know exactly how far you carry that driver. Otherwise, you've got no idea which line to take.
That's a good start to the hole, right down the middle.
Second shot.
Frank, that ball's sitting up like it's on plush carpeting.
Rich, if you and I had lies like that every time, we'd still be playing this game for a living.
Frank, as we get set for this approach, what does our featured player need to do to regain some of that early round magic?
First, a bit of advice, really. Take a deep breath. Make sure all those bad thoughts get out of your mind. After that hot start, we all know they can play better than this, but they need to relax first of all and then let their game take over again.
Trying to make yet another birdie. Continues to amaze, yet another birdie, and what a day it's been. Well, you're breathing a sigh of relief. Your round wasn't sunk at the par 5-6, and now you come to this par 3. It's just a little under 200 yards.
Yeah, aiming at the middle of the green's not a bad thing here, Rich. You can always putt to the corners and have a birdie chance.
You take 3 and walk off this hole to the 8th?
Well, you could get a little greedy. A tee shot in the middle of this green is not too bad. You'll still have a birdie putt.
How about that? Every green in regulation. Excellent ball striking today. Been pretty good all day from this distance, just trying to take care of business. Good job right there. Now making a move and setting himself up for, who knows, a good weekend run, maybe at another title. the former college standout, has been excellent today. Well, this one's sweet, Frank.
Super.
He has given this one the full treatment. Perfect release through the ball, and this shot, he is on the fairway, over 300 yards. Second shot, good look at the green. And this is looking really good. Well, that's how you play the game, right there. He has this for a birdie. And he has it for birdie. It's a consistent theme here at Bay Hill, if you can carry it 300 yards.
Bay Hill always favors the longer hitter. That's fine.
That is a really good tee shot right there, Frank.
I think that tipped the 300-yard mark.
Frank, this is the way you draw it up. This is how the game's supposed to be played.
Yeah, so far, everything going according to plan.
Well, this one should be safely on deck here. Chance to close out the front side here with a birdie. He's made it. Rounding out the front nine here at Bay Hill, 474-yard par 4. Frank, you've played this hole before. Where are you lining up when you step onto the tee here?
There's an out of bounds all the way down the left side that you have to be cognizant of. But that bunker, 290 yards carries it. And yet again, another hole that favors the long hitter.
In the fairway here at the 10th, nice way to start off the back nine. So this is where club selection becomes much more important. Uphill, make sure you have enough stick, and then swing away. No putter, no problem. Slams that into the cup. Frank, 440-yard par 4 11th. You see that number on the card, you think driver. Maybe not? Why?
Yeah, it's imperative you hit the fairway here, Rich. Water obviously in play left, two bunkers on the right. This is a second shot hole.
Nicely played shot, about 310 yards down the fairway. Frank, another good hole to par 4 11th, looking at the second shot now.
Yeah, the second shot has a similar look to the second shot at the third hole at Bay Hill. Water all down the left-hand side, that has to be respected. And a green really where you've got to favor the right side, or at least right of middle.
Appears to be a smart shot, Frank.
Yeah, no problem here. That's going to fly all the way.
Wow, Frank, he is dialed in.
Yeah, that was just some shot on there. Easy birdie.
See if he can go one better than yesterday when he made par. This putt for birdie. That has to feel good. That's a birdie. Teeing it up here on the 12th, 574-yard par 5, Frank.
Another one that's reachable, obviously long and straight. That rough down the right side, though, is normally very thick. Avoid the two bunkers, lots of contours and undulations around this green. Oh, beautiful swing, and the result is every bit as good. Whoa, talk about taking the head cover off and let it fly. That's beyond long.
Goodness, did he get all of that one? Wow. Playing his second shot here at the par 5. This one looks right on point. And as he strides up here to the 12th green, having hit it in regulation, he knows now that his work is by no means done. A long putt coming up. Looks like he just misread that. Standing over this putt, concentrating on the read. Simple, solid, and he'll take it.
But one that you need to make.
Frank, the par 4 13th, relatively short, but not necessarily easy.
Yeah, stringent tee shot. A lot of people are tempted to take a bigger club off the tee. 300 yards runs out of the fairway, but really, what does that give you in?
Excellent drive, Frank, right where you want to be. Par 4 13th, Frank, how do you hit this approach shot?
Rich, it's the first par 4 at Bay Hill where the water is actually on the right of the green, and that has to be taken into consideration. Just a little errant shot, and then you're going to be wet. So a little left of the flag, that's where you want to be.
Put a birdie on the card here yesterday, don't forget. He really likes this hole. Made birdie yesterday. Can he do it again today? That was a good-looking putt, just not falling right now.
No, sadly, he's going to be disappointed.
So a tester from 4 feet.
You know, really, Rich, right now it's just a case of running out of holes. Pars are fine.
Frank, as we come to the 14th of par 3, what's ahead for the players?
Once again, another tough par 3 coming up. Narrow at the front. It gets a little wider the further you go up this green. Well, there's a big green, and they're going to use every inch of it.
How'd you like that strike?
That was top of the tree.
Shouldn't be a problem here, but not a formality either. Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. Frank, the 15th, kind of a fun golf hole if you can curve your ball. I mean, that's a huge dogleg to the right, isn't it?
It's much easier if you're a right-hander if you cut it down here. If you don't cut it, then make sure you don't run out down that left side.
Frank, that swing looks lively and strong.
Oh, that had to fly 300. It's close to 310.
Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
No problems there. Really good approach shot. And now, good look at birdie.
Really. This is that awkward length.
Well, there's an opportunity wasted.
Just knock it in for a par, and let's forget about this one. Golf is not about perfect, but it is going to hurt the course.
Drops for a par. Back on the tee here at the 16th. It's a par 5, bunkers, water all along this hole. Doesn't look to be a gimme par 5.
Now, you've got to have your wits about you. If you just look at the yardage, you'll think it's the easiest par 5 on the golf course. And then, before you know it, it's got you.
He has given this one the full treatment. Perfect release through the ball, and this shot is on the fairway, over 300 yards. Setting up in the fairway, 200 yards to where that hole is cut. This could be a good one. That is one of the shots of the day right there, and he will have a really good look at eagle. Locked in on the read and the speed. Good putt. Frank, par 3 17. Daunting shot. What are you thinking as you step onto this tee?
Just make 3. 2 is a huge bonus. Take 3 in a heartbeat.
This is a good-looking shot. That is another laser right at the flagstick. These putts keep the round together. You love to watch him disappear, don't you? Frank, this is a great hole through the years to watch when the pressure is ratcheted up deep into a round. That is all you want at more than 220 yards.
Play slightly shorter because it's downhill. The bunker's on the left in play. Even the bunker short ride, and of course the water, if you just miss it a bit, that's in play. And the green shakes away from you. This has to be the most difficult par 3 in the golf course.
He has just hammered this drive here at the 18th, and now he is in a really good position to make a birdie here on the final hole. So the second of the par 4 goes begging, and now I'll have to rely on the short game.
Yeah, but a short game, as we all know, can redeem a lot of mistakes. Let's see if he does it here.
Nice approach shot. He'll be happy with that. Just a little tap in here. Has his par.
Well, Rich, 2 rounds in the books, and it's easy to see why the leaders are on top of that leaderboard.
Excellent performance, but still a long ways to go in this tournament.
TBT Naruto. Over and out.